It's a mistake. Multiple choice questions that could go bankrupt. But also every wealthy person. All the American giants. All unavoidable questions. The American election. Whose side are you on? Bush vs. Al Gore 2000. Each of them received $193 million in campaign funds. Another received $178 million. And what about the results of that year's election? It's exactly the same as the amount of money behind it. George W. Bush by a margin of votes, filling into the White House. 4 years later, Democratic Party change. Using Kerry against Bush. Campaign finance between the two. That narrows the gap to $30 million. But it's still $30 million. Let Kerry lose. George W. Bush was successfully re-elected. In 2008, Obama takes the stage. The funds behind him have shown a crushing trend. He ended up with exactly twice as many votes as McCain. The same is true in 2012. Who has more money? Whoever wins the election. The office of President of the United States. This trend has been observed since the 20th century. Only one person succeeded in breaking. He used less campaign funds. Draw more votes. Who is it? Who else could it be? It's Donald Trump in 2012. At that time, the funding behind Trump, that adds up to $400 million. And Hillary Clinton is a staggering $460 million. But under such a disadvantage, Trump can be said to have created a miracle back then. With $400 million, draw more than 300 electoral votes. A big upset enters the White House. Then someone will be curious. Where did the huge amount of money behind this heavy snow come from? Why does a heavy snowfall burn so much money? Where is it used? Who is going to pay? And the answer is quite simple. Like this year, everything we see online is trending. All the news about Trump. They are essentially a propaganda campaign. It's to steal the world's attention. Like a TV commercial, huge poster. Or the billboards on the streets of buildings. And they would fly from city to city every day and give talks. These activities cost money. And who will pay for this money? Trump himself. You don't necessarily have to have sponsorship and investment. So the US election, it's actually a top gift of greater financial resources. Like most games, the more we charge, the more powerful. And this year's US election, from a financial perspective, before Biden dropped out. In fact, Trump's kidney life is indeed very big, because it has entered earning hours since then. The donations behind him have gone up dramatically, even without a shot. No assassinations, better than Biden. And how did this advantage come about? Who gives Trump credit? Remember the two major donors. One is manufacturing in the United States, and the other is the American tech world. These two major donors. Is that Trump is not radiant? Where is the confidence? The most famous of these should be known to everyone. Once the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. He has moved from Biden's camp this year. The Democratic Party. Jump to Trump. And not only pay for it yourself. Bring the entrepreneurs of Silicon Valley. Let's support the Republican Party together. In addition, many ultramen, famous veteran entrepreneur, and a top gifter behind Trump. Like him, Jim Walton. More than $10 million has been donated to the Republican Party. And in the hands of this old comrade, master the current world's top Y. The company that tops the list. That's right, Walmart. The current fire at Sam's Supermarket, Costco. It is also their family wealth. In addition, and shipping companies, logistics companies, oil bosses. Also the top gifter behind Trump's silent money. The boss's purpose is also obvious. That is the return of manufacturing that Trump has called for. True in line with interests. These entrepreneurs, dreaming of American industry becoming great again. And a way to make dreams come true. It's easy to make money. This is why this year, Trump's campaign funds have skyrocketed. Top gifter, frequent recharge. Of course, the Democrats are not vegetarians either. It's better than making money. The top gifters behind them are no slackers. If Trump is behind the manufacturing industry, tech world, then behind Biden and Harris, this is American culture, and the financial industry. Like, you see, some time ago I urged Biden to retire. Who told him to change quickly? Not the White House. It's not Congress. It's from Hollywood. It's George Crew. There are also Disney heirs. The American literary and art team is already quite obvious, except for the West Coast. And we have a lot of big fans on Wall Street, including JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America and Goldman Sachs included major investment banking financial institutions groups. All worked and contributed to the Democratic campaign. So it really outweighs wealth and strength. The top gifter behind Harris is not bad at all. That's why, after confirming Biden's withdrawal from Harris' neighborhood, they spent a week to raise $400 million. The intensity of attracting gold has made history. So it's no exaggeration to say, who has more money, whoever wins. This is a law that American elections must respect. And judging from the current figures, this year's US election is definitely still in suspense. Trump's win rate is not enough to set the tone in advance. And major companies in the United States, every plutocrat must be thoughtful. Who are you giving the money to maximize profits? To be able to climb into the president's network. This is a mistake. Multiple choice questions that could go bankrupt. But it's also a gamble that can't be avoided once every 3 years.